Okay, this is video, whatever number, I don't care at this point. This is Sunday morning, July the 26th. Actually, it is Diane's birthday, and it's also my sister Char's birthday. Happy birthday to you both. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a recap of what has been happening here. They were out yesterday. Mark and Scott were out yesterday to move some dirt around, and I'll explain that to you here in a second. But I wanted to let you know that things are moving along. Pretty soon we're going to need to call in some inspections. One for this electrical drop-down service that we need to have connected. And as you can see, they installed the porta potty here, so we're set to go with that. Pretty much on the upper end of the property, everything is still the same. However, what Scott and Mark did yesterday, and this was by request from the foundation guy, the concrete guy that's coming in to do the footings hopefully this week, is that he wanted to do both the house and the garage footings at the same time. And the reason being is that if he were to have to come out to set up to do the garage, we originally, backing up here, we originally thought that we would do the house first, the footings of the house, and then have him come back and do the garage. He said he was going to have to charge us a setup fee to do it, so we made a decision, Scott and I made a decision to go ahead and move that big pile of dirt that was right on top of where the garage layout was going to be, and also to cut out sections of ground for the footings. They also moved their equipment out to an area where it's not going to be in the way of the contractor to come in to bring his equipment in, and workers to come in and start laying out the forms and install the rebar and all of that. So it was a lot of dirt moving. It took them about a half a day yesterday. They were here early in the morning. Mark running the excavator and Scott running his skid steer. And as you can see from the cutout here where the garage is going to be, some ground has been moved out of the way. And just a note also too, this ground, the upper layer of this ground is almost pure clay with, again, these are the rocks that they're pulling out, which aren't really a whole lot. I was originally afraid that they were going to find one as big as my truck, and then we'd either have to blast or pick it away to bust it up, and then they'd be able to move it. But I guess somebody up there was looking after me on that. The weather here has been quite warm. It's been in the mid-90s, peaking out, and we've had our afternoon thunder showers and early evening thunder showers come through here, and so far not a whole lot has happened in the way of dirt moving down toward the silt fences. Okay, there's somebody out on the lake today doing some tubing, but from the standpoint of where all of this is going to happen for us, this is probably going to move pretty quickly this week. As I was saying, Scott is trying to get the schedule put together for the foundation guy to go ahead and complete that work before we can call the county up for an inspection. We have to get all those forms and steel laid out for the footings. Pretty much everything else is ready. We do have a double silt barrier down at the water. We're going to, as soon as the septic company comes in and lays out the field drains for us, we're going to put a third row of fencing in down above where the field drains are going to be put in. And then we'll backstop it with hay, just like we did with the original two-fence system that we had down here. I think it's going to be pretty well protected. As I was saying, as you can see, not a whole lot of dirt has moved with some, like I say, some of the rains that we've been experiencing here, and they've been more in the line of pop-up showers. There hasn't been a front come through here where, you know, the deluge of rain puts us at 1 to 2 inches. So I think, again, somebody up there is looking after us in the way of weather. So as you can see here, from the size of this mound of dirt, there's a lot of dirt that needs to be utilized. We're probably going to still, even though we cut out these sections here, are probably going to have more dirt than we can use. So we'll probably have some of this hauled away. And then we're going to feather all of this land in here, all of this property in here. Once the inspection is done for the septic system, we're going to go ahead and fill over those areas in there in order to make a nice gradual slope down to the water. From this standpoint right here, again, we're looking at the rear of the house, or actually looking at the front of the house from the rear. And this is all the earth that has been moved. And down at the lake, where the fencing is, right in here, as you can see, the double fencing area, seawall, the dock, and of course there's a little bit of brush Diane and I have to get out of the way in order to clear up. There may be one more tree that we'll probably take down because that's interfering with our view there too. So we're probably going to cut that one down and burn it. The logs were placed here, by the way, as far as Scott was concerned. His concern basically was for erosion control, and it's more for a water break in the event that soil does move. It has a primary backstop that would be essential to keep as much of the soil from washing out the first row of fencing as possible. The last thing, the worst case scenario would be that we'd have bad rains and a lot of this soil get run down and overtake these fences. That would not be a good thing for us. Anyway, look forward to giving you another one here when things develop. Until next time.